What's this? Mid Slayer hasn't released yet. These devs are incompetent! Whatever, what else is on the platform? Oh, a JJK Deepwoken ripoff. Well, normally I don't play anime games, but I'm getting a little desperate. Let me make a single exception. So here's a Limitless Mage build. If you don't have Limitless, you can easily just get Shrine. It basically does the exact same thing. You will need a maximum output scroll. It's called a boundless scroll. An injured sorcerer drops this. He's a random event spawn, so you just need to keep farming events until he spawns. We are using the Demon Bane Greatsword because it has a ranged attack. It's the only critical to have a ranged attack and a greatsword, so it has the highest base critical damage in the game. It has an 8-second CD and it heals you for a little bit, so you can just spam this like a rat if you want to play a Also, you need the maximum output scroll to have min-maxed range damage on your moves. So for Shrine, it would apply to Fuga and like World Cunning Slash. For Infinity, it would apply to Imaginary Purple and Reversal Red. We don't care about Blue. It's only good against NPCs, but it's fucking ass against bosses, so Blue is kind of mid. We don't like Blue. But Reversal Red becomes a ranged projectile. And the maximum moves that are red and blue give you iframes, so that's very good. Here are the stats. We use 6-7 to get exactly enough for the Greatsword, and we have to. You are forced to run 80 Limitless, 80 Curse output, and 50 Curse energy in order to min-max your Limitless damage. The Curse energy is required because that's the minimum amount you need to cast 80 output purple, and the rest is into Vitality. This build is a glass cannon build. You really only need Divergent Fist, Reinforced Kick, and Crushing Advance. The reason why is to use black flashes when your screen tints red. Otherwise, you don't really need any of the other skills except for your Infinity skills. I'm going to show you my M1 build. I'm going to show you the testing I did on it. So here are the stats. You want max heavy weapon. The heavy weapon does have scaling. You want to use Mythical Beast Amber, get 45 Thunder to get Electrified Energy. It's because it buffs all your M1s and your skills. You want max curse output because we're using Divergent and Reinforced Kick for black flash damage. And we have 80 Vitality because this is an M1 build. We're HP maxing on this. I prefer to use the Macrozon, the 80 heavy requirement weapon, because it has a lot of range and it's really nice to use. It has fast swing speed for heavy too. I will also show you why. Hold on. So, if test it on our alt right here, look at its HP bar from the M1. So it's nearly a bar, right? But then if you look at the crit, this crit is really strong. This crit, it throws out extremely fast, and it does a hell of a lot of damage. So that's why I like using this weapon. It's really good for punishing bosses like Demon Face. If you want to use a high damage weapon, but it's really like annoying and risky to use, you can use the Warren's Axe. It's really easy to get. It has one of the highest damages in the entire game. It has 8 damage per M1. If you take a look here, it does slightly more than the Macrozon. And if we use our Electrified Energy to get 10% more M1 damage, we do a little bit more damage. I guess the main things are black flashes. They will help us iframe through stuff and do a lot of damage. Let me just get my black flash up. Actually, I don't think I can get my black flash up, but I'll show you the base damage of my Divergent Fist. It's actually not that bad. I'm just waiting for my ult to regain health. So if we use just a base Divergent Fist, it does less than an M1. However, a black flash will do a lot more than an M1. So that's why black flashes are worth your time. By the way, that damage is similar to how much a SSK would do for one M1. So there's no other viable options because the Night Axe is ass. I'm not going to explain why. It's just ass. Also, this Great Axe crit is really good. It has super armor and it does a hell fuckload of damage. Also, we have our black flash up, so let's use one. It does a little bit more. It does about an M1's worth of damage, but if you're using the Warren's Axe, it does a little bit less damage than M1, but it's okay because you get iframe, which is pretty good. like I said, he's definitely the easier bosses. I'm not gonna bother showing the other bosses because they're like in between in difficulty. I'm not gonna bother showing them because they're pretty easy.